Hi guys, today I'm going to show you a project that I developed for a business. Basically, it's a SQL database that was deployed on a server and multiple clients connect to it through a software tool which was built with a Qt framework. So let's dive into it. So there's a Qt framework. If you're not familiar with it, it's a very cool tool that framework that you can use to develop GUIs. You can use Qt Quick or Qt Widgets. And for this project, I used Qt Quick. It's a newer technology, very intuitive, I think fairly easy to learn. And you can use C++ for the backend, which makes it pretty powerful. So if I go ahead and run this application, the first thing that comes up is to establish the connection. So here I have to give the IP, the port, and the password. This tool is deployed in 3 different locations. And as I mentioned, the SQL database is in a single location. So for the IP, you have to provide the server's IP. What I installed in for this, it was a VPN, Hamachi, not sure how you pronounce that, Hamachi VPN. So that way they're all in the same VPN, and you just copy the IP address, port stays the same, and then you give the password, and then it'll connect. So basically, database is this. I used Maria database, which is a MySQL fork. I really like it because it gives you a graphical user interface. So then, instead of doing everything through command line, you can actually look at your tables and modify and obviously like run queries from here. So these are all the tables in the database. And then once you log in, it asks you, for the user, there's a personal table which contains all the users, its password, and their permission level. So I'm gonna log in as a root user, and this is the main window that comes up. Business is Seger, Clinica de Belleza, which is a business in Querétaro, Mexico. And these are the main buttons. There's still some things that I haven't implemented. So, for example, if we go to schedule new, it asks you for which room you want to schedule. There's 2 rooms, Elite and Corporal y Facial. So we can go to Elite, doesn't really matter. And we can do a test here. So you basically fill out you fill out all your stuff. Let's see, bear with me for a second. The service zones, I don't know, chest. I'm gonna the business is beauty services. Not that you need to know this, but it makes sense if you're actually reading this and know some Spanish. So let's just do, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so then here, so there's a table. There's a table where you can actually go to a different date. So if you click on the calendar, it'll take you to a different date. You can hit on next day, next week, next month. So it's pretty easy to navigate. It shows from today to 4 months in advance. So yeah, you can navigate through that. You can also change the year if you're adding older data, but that's only for certain permissions. So I didn't add it to the root user. But anyway, so if I don't know, if I schedule something, let's say on 22nd, and this is gonna take here 1 hour. So I go ahead and accept, and here we go. So then I'm scheduled for this. I'm scheduled for this time, right? So then I can cancel, and you know that your client is going to come in at that day. So that's the schedule new, schedule existent. Same principle, really. You just have the option to look up a customer, an existing customer before adding it. This is all dummy data for testing, but you can also filter through cell phone, and you can also filter through last name, which is pretty cool. So like if I select something here, accept, you can see that autofills name, last name, and cell phone, and you autofill the rest, and same process. And so then we have lookup or edit patient or client. So then I can, let's say I grab this guy and I want to edit his information. Let's say he, changed his cell phone number. So then I do this. And again, the cool thing about this is, and here you see the updated number. Cool thing about this is that I'm performing all these actions, and I personally don't have to know any SQL, while the tool itself is running SQL queries on the database. That's what's really cool about this tool. Okay, so we did that, and then look up or cancel appointment. Again, you select the room. So here's the one I schedule. Again, we can use a filter to grab the appointment, and then if let's say I call and I cancel my appointment, I just cancel it, and then boom, I'm not there anymore. ID, you don't have to pay attention to the ID column. That's for development purposes. So yeah, that's pretty much the program in a nutshell. This other paciente pendiente hasn't been developed yet. But yeah, I thought I'd share. It's a pretty cool tool, and like I was saying, I use Qt framework. So basically, SQL backend database, and for the tool itself, all that you see here, all the GUI is developed with QML, and the backend it's C++. If you have any questions for the project or the framework itself, feel free to leave any comments. Thank you.